The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Tosin Fakile. It's time to get a check on our weather.
Well, let's head over to meteorologist Brittany Ward with the first look at our forecast. What a difference a day makes.
What a difference a day makes. You know, we are tracking those dry conditions across the region, but if you are heading out right now for your Thursday evening, you'll notice overcast skies. That will be the trend at least for the next couple of hours, but then we'll start to see a break in the clouds. The good news is those drier conditions continue for the rest of your evening. So a live look outside out towards the Roslyn skyline. Not a bad start to our Thursday evening. Those temperatures right now not looking too bad as well. They are holding on into the 80s across much of the region. 84 currently in DC, 86 as you head over there to Hagerstown. We're sitting at 82 degrees right now in Fredericksburg, Virginia, 86 currently there in Woodstock, but you'll notice still very muggy across the region. Dew point temperatures in the 60s to 70s, indicating that moisture in the atmosphere that's going to linger as we head into the rest of your Friday, and that's going to stick around through the weekend as well. So if you are about to be out driving, mostly cloudy skies expected right around 6 o'clock. Notice lower 80s though as we head right around 8 o'clock. We'll finally start to see a break in those clouds, and then overnight tonight we're going to be tracking those clear skies, but we'll start to see some patchy fog begin to develop. So keep it here. I'll let you know the timing of the next chance we could see those showers and storms, guys, coming up.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Cleanup continues after severe weather across the DMV last night.
Yeah, take a look. Video showing heavy rain and a slowed down lightning strike here at our DC News Now station. That was really scary to look at. This other video in Maryland, several people put in some dangerous situations because of the weather. And
DC News Now's Kevon Dupree joins us live from Montgomery County. And Kevon, you're at a location now where one of those scary incidents happened last night. Folks have to be scared.
That's right, Mark Tosin. We're here along Germantown Road where Wednesday night a large tree fell into the middle of the street. Now you can see where that tree once stood behind me here. Montgomery County fire officials say after it was down in the road, a car slammed into it. This was the scene Wednesday evening near the intersection of Germantown and Richter Farm Roads as storms passed through the area. A large tree came tumbling down in the middle of Germantown Road. Moments later, a car traveling on the road crashed into the downed tree. Montgomery County fire officials say the driver was the only person in the car. They had to be extracted from the car, but no injuries were reported. Jason lives nearby and says he was home Wednesday evening when he suddenly heard a loud crash.
Nobody could have foreseen driving down the road and having a tree fall on them. That was just a freak accident.
In Silver Spring, lightning struck a home on Geneva Avenue Wednesday night. We spoke with the homeowner. She says thankfully everyone is okay.
And we were pretty lucky. I mean, we heard a huge boom. We had just gone to the basement because we got a tornado warning on our phones, and so we didn't mess around, went to the basement, heard the giant boom and a lot of crackling, and we thought a tree had come down on the house. So we came upstairs, we didn't see any trees, but we smelled something burning.
And in Prince George's County, crews worked throughout the day Thursday, moving down trees and cleaning up the mess left by Wednesday's storms. And back here in Germantown, lanes were blocked while crews removed that tree from the road. As you can see now, the road is reopened, and once again, no one was hurt in yesterday's crash. Reporting live in Germantown, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
All right, Kevon, thank you. Northern Virginia, Maryland man pleads guilty after a violent outburst at Dulles Airport. Prosecutors say 54-year-old Christopher Crittenden became aggressive after being denied boarding after appearing intoxicated. Police say that he punched a United Airlines gate agent, knocking him unconscious, and then tried to hit another agent. Crittenden now faces up to 10 years in prison. He'll be sentenced in October.
In Maryland, a dangling tractor trailer has been cleared off an overpass. Take a look at this. The dramatic images from early this morning show it hanging off the overpass on the Beltway in Bethesda. This happened after a crash near Old Georgetown Road and River Road near 270 Spur. Hazmat crews were on the scene and pumped out fuel from that tractor trailer. The injured driver, we're told, was rescued and taken to the hospital, but is expected to be okay.
WSSC Water cleaning up an oil spill at the Supley Lane recreation area in Laurel. Officials say that last night's storm knocked down a tree, damaging a transformer, sending 6 gallons of oil into the nearby reservoir. Crews jumped into action, and while cleanup continues, officials say that the drinking water is safe. However, the park is closed now as WSSC continues to update the status. And Arlington County is investing $5 million to upgrade and relocate its emergency response operations. That's according to ARLnow.com. Emergency Operations Center Supply Safety Communications Team and a new situational awareness unit will all move into the Bozeman Government Center this fall. The 6th floor will get new tech radio equipment and a generator aimed at improving coordinating during emergencies. Officials say that the move will also create space for in-person collaboration and public safety training. Construction expected to take about a year.
The Senate Appropriations Committee has approved an amendment blocking the Trump administration's bill that would keep the FBI headquarters in D.C. Their current headquarters is at the Edgar Hoover Building in Northwest. A new language in that bill would block funding for the headquarters from any site other than that pre-selected Greenbelt, Maryland location. That's what you're looking at on your screen. That location was selected by the General Services Administration in 2023. Last week, the Trump administration announced it would keep the FBI headquarters in the district and move it to the Ronald Reagan Building. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen commenting on the committee's decision.
I actually think this is a test for the subcommittee as to whether or not we're going to stand up to whatever executive branch it may be to support bipartisan congressional decisions. I do think this is about much more than the FBI building. I think this is a fundamental question about whether this committee is going to surrender its prerogatives and powers to the executive branch, whoever may be president at the time.
There's still no word on how much it'll cost to move the FBI headquarters to Maryland. You can stay up to date on this topic on our website, dcnewsnow.com.
Heartbreaking outrage are bringing a Southeast D.C. community together after back-to-back shootings that killed a teenager and a toddler. Families are calling for action, and DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay has more on this evening's vigil.
The community does plan to come together tonight to remember 17-year-old Zoe Kelly Hickman and also 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle, and honestly demand accountability for what took place after they lost their lives during shootings over the holiday weekend. Now, on July 5th, 3-year-old Honesty Cheadle was shot and killed in a car with her family. Police say they are searching for 24-year-old Charles Rucker, who's wanted for first-degree murder while armed, and there's also a $50,000 reward in that case. Now, 17-year-old Zoe Kelly Hickman was killed on the 4th of July. Her family says she was just weeks away from starting her senior year at Ballou High School and hoped to one day become a firefighter. Now, tonight's candle vigil, led by Zoe's uncle, who's also the advisory neighborhood commissioner, he says this is a call to action. Now, he says what's happening in Southeast isn't just a crime issue, it's a humanitarian crisis. And they also want to honor and remember Zoe, Honesty, and the many young lives that did not return home back to their loved ones. Now, they're hoping tonight's vigil will really push for change to keep children safe with more resources, intervention, and accountability.
I know that something needs to be done. I'm not sure exactly what, but something.
Makes me angry, man. There's kids around here, stuff like that.
Now, the vigil set to begin at 7 p.m. here at Hillstone Apartments. Reporting in Southeast, I'm Jean-Marie Sissay, DC News Now.
Jean-Marie, thank you. Maryland and Virginia are competing for the best state highway and patrol cruiser. American Association of State Troopers is hosting the contest. As of Wednesday, Maryland State Police were 10th in 10th place and Virginia State Police in 7th. Maryland State Police says that voting closes on Friday at 5 p.m.